let's make a game in Corona SDK. We are continuing on our process of making this game. This game which currently still doesn't have a name. I haven't figured that out yet, actually. But it's a... wow, we're on part 22. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to update the Twitch stream to indicate what we're doing. We are not playing The Witness. Yeah, so as a note, as always, I tried to do a couple of reminders. You can go to TylerMakes.com and check out the stuff that I am working on, including you can go to YouTube and check out this game. I actually need to add on here this game and the other stuff that I'm working on. If you're following along on YouTube, you'll see my latest video about the Global Game Jam and stuff that I worked on in Unity, as well as I've been playing The Witness, doing Let's Plays, and as you can see, 21 parts to this series. So, do check that out. Share, like, subscribe, do all those things, follow along. And if you go to any of these, if you haven't noticed on YouTube, you can go into show notes, and there's a link to the code, which I keep bringing up because, this is all about code. So, assumedly, it would be helpful to you to actually go through and see all the code. Something to note is I have tags that correspond to each episode, each part. So as you can see, there's 21. And if you go through these, you can actually see the code exactly as it was when that video finished, so that you can follow along. If you wanted to follow along and you were wondering, what was going on with your code at some given point, you can actually see the code where it was at the time. Otherwise, you can just go to master and get the actual code. And Git is pretty simple. You can look it up, but you can also just straight download a zip of the code and use it and make cool stuff and tell me about it. You should, if you're using any of this code, it would be cool to let me know so that I can feel good about myself for having shared it. And I'd love to see what people are making. Anyway, back to the game. Here's our to-do list. Last week we finished the saving and loading the current state of the garden. So that was really good. We had the whole, you can jump in here and go to the home, go out to the garden, plant some strawberries, watch them grow, get your shovel, harvest the ones. And then you could leave, we could refresh, you could go back, and your garden is the way that you left it. So that's good. The next few things, as a note, is that we need to start making the gameplay, which starts off in the home, and where you talk to your grandma here, and she gives you some basic stuff. Your brother here is hungry, and then he gets sick, and you have to bring your grandma things to help make him not sick. And then you have to venture out into the woods, which are dangerous, and go find new stuff to collect so that you can then bring it back and make new plants and grow new things so that you can keep going further in the game. That's all stuff that we will get to later. This week, I think what we're going to do is work on some basic menu systems for the start of the game and starting a new game and loading a game. So we will jump right into that. We're going to put this at the top of our list right now. Game menus. Save, load, game. Start new game. those are the things that we're going to be working on. I don't know what this is about. Oh, yeah, that's about making it so that we're a little more efficient when we save stuff. Right now we're saving things all the time, but we could be a little smarter and, you know, not save every single time that you put down a plant. We can kind of wait and save when it's more appropriate. Eventually, yes, there will be a tutorial, credits. We've done a little bit of loading image assets, but we have not gotten to doing the woods yet, so we will get to that in a future episode, as well as some more stuff that goes on here. And I will actually need to get art for this thing, so that it does not look like garbage. Okay, cool. So let's jump in and start getting the menu going. So what I'm thinking about is that right now we have this go to build mode, go to game scene. Eventually we're going to get rid of this when it's the actual release version of the game. But what I think we want to do, we're going to go to bulb menu scene. We're going to set up a menu that is going to be the basis for this. What I would like is that once we get into the game, that you don't go to the menu, that you have to like exit to go to the menu. And I also want to make it so that we have multiple save files, because I do dislike when, even if it's a mobile game, even if it's like on your phone and it's very unlikely that somebody else is going to be playing it, it is kind of a pet peeve of mine, games that only have one save and never allow you to have multiple saves. I think that's kind of annoying. So we're not going to do that with ours. This is the menu that comes default. I think we're going to steal their little widget button and use that. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, no, that's not how you spell. Bulb, menu scene. And I'm going to take one of our normal, fairly simple scenes, if I can find one. Actually, so if you have the chance to be starting a new project now, I recommend putting scene at the start of your file name so they're easier to find. Like if I had named them bulb scene menu, bulb scene game or something, it might be a little easier to find them. But that's whatever. Let's update these comments, make it nice. Okay, so we just need a basic. We're gonna take their little basic background and play button. Those are fairly simple. They're right out of the default. For if you're making a game, whatever type that we had. Background with the height and the width as the screen. This guy's anchor at the top left so that we can just put it at this. I'm going to change this code because I actually hate when variables are declared on one line. I think it's just like slight bit of laziness that just is not readable. And they throw their logo in. We don't need a logo. Eventually that'll just be in the background image. And here we go, play now button. That's probably good. Insert the background in the play button. We don't have the game here. So I'm just pulling out the basics of this. We actually might even throw this into one of our normal classes, not have it in the scene, but I don't know yet, because I don't know yet what all we need to do. So let's, oh yes. right now we are going to go straight to the menu scene. Oh, something's wrong. That's fine. Oh, I already know there are a couple things that are wrong. This needs to be group. We can get rid of game here. That's great. Let's see, what was the issue here? 21. Bulb menu scene. Play button. I bet we should be referencing that play button outside of here so that it can be destroyed. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Always want to make sure you destroy things when you need to. Need that forward declaration. Oh, we also need widget. Keep the comment in there. It's all pretty simple. Okay, save that guy. Relaunch. Yep, see, it's there. Classic menu. I thought this play button had like a background for it. I guess it doesn't. That's interesting. Yeah, see, there's this button and button over. That's interesting. Why are those not appearing? Fascinating. This is the kind of stuff that I would like to delve into a little bit. Sometimes, you know, the widgets and stuff that they have do not work as you'd expect. That is the problem with all library code that you use in any tool. You never know when maybe it doesn't work. Because maybe their code is stale, or maybe they've introduced a bug. Or maybe you just haven't updated your code. Where is the normal stuff? Shape construction, which is kind of cool. Wow. All I want is their basic button. ID top left. Optional function on press, on release. I got a set label. They do nice 9 spliced images. That's great. Does that mean that they got rid of this default over? See, I think they changed it to default file. And over file. There it is. Yep. See, that's what happens. So we're just going to use that for right now as a starter. But we are going to make a couple things here. We have a load button. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, here we go. Sure, that works. I want these to be much bigger. That did not change their text height. Looks like there's font size. Oh, probably need a comma there. My bad. Hey, there we go. That's like something that's legible. Okay, so we can start there. Do. Okay, there we go. Let's make that like... That looks like a sort of reasonable thing. I want to do 3 game slots. I think that's probably fine. New game just needs to check if the game slots are open. We're going to say on. Start new game. Throw a function up here to start the new game. We put in this return true. It means that this button has handled that touch, and buttons behind it do not need to handle that touch. Okay, so if it's a new game, we need basic game settings, which we're already saving some basic stuff. Let's go take a look at our sandbox, of course. Favorite place to look at the stuff that we've done. And let's see if we can just drag this on here. Cool. Okay, so we've currently got a player data with its inventory and stuff that's in our basic game data. Thought we were also keeping track of the levels that we've built. Where were we keeping track of that? What is this one? Cleared? No, that's not what we want. Let's take a look at that real quick. We need to go, we can get rid of this menu. I'm not gonna use that anymore. Let's go look at our builder scene. See, it's got a list. It's bringing them up from somewhere. Oh, no, they're here. Map names. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Okay. So we have player data. That needs to move out of here and into actual save files. This map names is the list of map names that we have saved, and that is not actually part of the game, but also this is where we will save a list of our saved files. Actually, we just need to keep track of a number of them. Or I guess what we need to keep track of is which ones actually have saved files attached. So let's go take a look at game settings. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go save files. blah. Why is this upset at me? Oh, these should be equal signs. Oh, I will always forget that. Okay, so when we get game data, we're actually not going to do player data. It's not going to be a thing. We do save files. Self.save files. It's great. And set up from data. We're going to get rid of this. Go self.save files equals main data.save files. Okay, that'll keep track of our save files. Okay, so okay. What we also want to do is go current save file 1. We're going to keep track of our current save file here. And reset it here. Okay, that is great. Line 58. Comma. Always with the comma. Okay, so that is going to save the current save file. Now, when you say on start new game, if bulb game settings dot current save file, when you click this, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say get open save. Okay, so when you get an open save, that means that there's an open save that we can use. And how do we determine that? Well, we check to see if it is, we're gonna call this status. I don't want that to be name. And to make this simpler, we're gonna make these a number. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna go empty. And we're gonna call it true. That's gonna make it very clear. Okay, bulb game settings, get open save. For I equals 1 hashtag self dot, what is this, save files, do, and if self dot save files I dot empty. So if it's not empty, then return self dot, or actually return I. Okay, so get open save file. Otherwise, return 0. save file. Great. So we're gonna get open. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. Get open save file. Great. And if open save file equals 0, that means no open save file. Else, what we're going to do is go bulb game settings dot current save file. We're going to set to open save file. Make that a little safer. Open save file. We are going to say bulb game settings dot save file. I guess we're gonna want a name for the save file. Yeah, why don't we just say current save file equals that, and then we're gonna go to what is it? Now I'm blanking on the code for that. Go to scene, yes, that's what I want. Then we're gonna go to scene, and that is going to be save name scene. Okay. So I'm gonna make a couple files right here. So first we're gonna need bulb save name scene, and then we're also going to need, oop, that's not what I wanted. We are going to go bulb load scene. Now the load scene is going to double as our overwrite scene in case we want to overwrite one of our files. So what'll happen is if we have an open save file, we're going to go to the bulb save name scene, where we're going to choose a name, and then it's going to save over it, and it's going to save a brand new file. If we don't have a save file open, we are going to go to load scene with some parameters that are going to tell us that, hey, we're going to select a scene, and then that's going to send us back to bulb name scene to give us the name to overwrite. Then if we hit just load scene, oh yeah, so that would send us here, you'd select a new name, and then you'd go into the game. If we hit load scene, that's just going to take us straight to load scene, where we're going to select one of the pre-existing ones and just go straight to it. So that should be good. So this should be bulb save name scene. This is going to be bulb load scene. And we're going to put down here on load game. Cool. That's just going to take us straight to load scene. It's going to be very simple. Actually, what I want, I'm gonna have to think about this. I guess load scene can just take you to a scene, and it'll, if they're empty, you won't be able to click on them, so that'll be fine. So let's start with the save name scene, because that's, you know, the most obvious. And I'm just gonna copy this whole thing, place it here. We're gonna get rid of the load button. We're gonna change our play button to start game. And we need to throw in a text widget. And we're gonna go just grab that from our code in our pop-up, which I'm not seeing our pop-up. Bulb file name pop-up, there we go. Yes, text label. This'll work. Wait, is that our input text? I think we want this text field. Yes. Something like this. Okay. And we can get rid of this load because it's not a thing. We can also get rid of this. Uh-oh. Dang. Okay, wait, we're gonna go back. Back in time. Okay, there we go. What we're gonna do, what do I say? Oh yeah, so we're gonna add the name, where you put in the name, but we are also gonna have a cancel button. We of course will have to go back and make these look not like garbage, but for now we can just use the current stuff. That's totally fine. Okay, so this should be on cancel released. On cancel release. This is easy. This just goes back to bulb menu scene. So we've got our cancel button. This is our start game button. On start game, that's great. We are going to have to do a forward declaration of the name. And actually, we should be forward declaring all of this stuff. I don't know why we're not. That's dumb. Cancel button. We need to add the name view here. And what we're going to go through is remove everything here. It's going to be background. So the thing is, these things don't necessarily need to be manually removed, as you know, like the widget does. That's what the comment there is about. Which we don't need these comments, so I'm going to get rid of them. Oh, that didn't work like I had hoped. Okay, well, I can do... Nope, that's not going to work. That's a bad idea. We're just going to get rid of this nonsense. It's actually not nonsense, but we don't need it there. Anyway, the widgets have to be removed, but I like to remove everything if possible, just to make sure that we stay extra safe. Now we're gonna just copy this, save, go back over here, and we're gonna paste it. We don't have a name view. We're gonna get rid of our what's the load button. Great, got rid of it. Go up here, and declare them all up here. Load button, background, great, okay. Oh yes, we changed that around, so we gotta go here. Swap this back. Did not save. Okay, so if we go to new game, great, things are broken, that's fine. Game settings, line 71. Line 71, self.save files. What? Oh, you know what? I'm sure that this is probably me not remembering that this needs to be a colon when you call a function. Index local self a nil value. Have I done that somewhere else in here? Also, this would be helpful if we had our terminal window, which I've got over here. 71 self a nil value. 71 is here and get open save. I added the colon, guys. What happened? What am I suddenly missing? At this point, bold game settings exists. Bold game setting, get open save. Got the colon here. What did I do wrong? Ooh, I'm missing something dumb, I'm sure. Oh, did I do it? Get rid of file name pop up. Oh, here we go. Didn't change it in that one. Nope, still a problem. Okay, we're not gonna look at the map. We're not gonna look at the game right now. Don't need game scene either. Sorry, I like to just clean this stuff up so that I don't have a million files open. Makes it easier to navigate. Okay. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and clear our files, because we may have this issue where we need to have a new save file, because it might be trying to restore it, and the restore, because of the data that we've saved, it's not got the right data. It's saved for some reason. That might be a thing. It might not be. I don't know. Looks like it's not. Okay, so attempt to get length of save files a nil value. Oh, this would be why. Okay. New game. Okay, well, we made it to line 72. That's progress, right? Right. Line 72. Oh, wait, no, that did not work. Again, maybe we need to refresh that. Let's just double check. Okay, there we go. Something's different. CName and nil value. Yeah, see, there we go. Just needed this to be able to save files back to the code. Okay, that's great. Now, where is it trying to concatenate scene name? Bulb menu scene. Line 20. Attempt to concatenate global scene name. What the heck is it talking about? Line 20. I do not see any concatenation of scene name. That's interesting. Look this up. Global scene name, a nil value. Make sure the file main scene logo exists. Okay, this is, oh. Interesting. It's trying to go to load scene maybe? When it shouldn't be. And load scene doesn't exist. Oh, wait. I know what we need. Wait a minute, we don't need to include the scene name. I don't do that here. So maybe it's trying to go to the load scene. Let's go ahead and copy this bad boy to here. In the load scene, we're gonna want a cancel button. And then we're gonna essentially want 3 play buttons. So I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna make a little symbol function for us here. It's gonna be I. I wonder if we can do this. Bulb game settings done. Save files I, or, which means that like if that's null, if it doesn't exist, then we put in empty. We'll see if that works. We're gonna go X, Y. Actually, we're just gonna go Y because we don't care about X. We're gonna see if that works. Group, insert our play button. Throw that guy on there. Got our cancel button, that's good. We don't have a name view, we don't need that. Yeah, what we're just gonna want is to, what is it, make play button, I, Y, there we go, 2, 3, That's something. Okay. So there's some things going on here. First off, we're going to the loading scene, which we should not be going to the loading scene, so we need to fix that. But we also have a problem here. Line 38. Oh, we did not pass in a group. Bad argument, bad argument. Boo. Where is this? Bad argument, new text. Oh. Oh. That's what we want. Name. Hey, it works. But that doesn't work because we shouldn't be going to that scene, of course. So we have to take a look at what went wrong. Open save file, less than or equal to 0. Go to load scene. Let's go look at this. Get open save. If it's not empty. Oh wait, no, we want if it is empty, return that one. Yeah. That would break it. Okay, here we go. So now we're in the save name scene. Great. On the save name scene, we are going to allow you to put in a name. Got to find out what's broken. Line 47, name view. What's wrong with name view? Oh, sure. That's probably not going to be good, but that's fine. Let's see where that shows up. Okay, nice and big. Okay, start game and cancel. Great. We want to move this up. Okay, great. So here's where we're going to put in the name of our save file. Which is actually not going to be the name of the save file because we don't want somebody to put in something here that isn't a valid save file. This is just going to be the name that the save file saves so that it can keep track of it. So, So what's going to happen is you're going to come here, you're going to put a name. If you just hit cancel, you just go back. That's great, but as you can see, this is still here, which is a problem. That comes from the fact that we did not get rid of it correctly. Maybe we should be getting rid of it before everything else. That does not make sense. Oh, you know what? This is on destroy. Huh. Oh, no, you know what? I know what it is. No? We inserted name view into the group. An interesting question why it still exists, while everything else goes away. Seems like this might have gotten messed up. Oh, I don't know what this is. Self.nameView equals nameView. That's nonsense. Maybe that is interfering with it. Nope. Very odd. See, because it's attached to this group, it should disappear when the group disappears. I wonder if I should be doing that a little bit differently. New text field. No. What are the gotchas? Yeah, it's not exactly the same. That's fine. Ooh, this is nice. Resize font to fit height. That's good. Okay, they are not part of OpenGL Canvas and do not obey the display object hierarchy. So they will always appear in front of normal display objects, including images, blah, blah. However, native text fields can be inserted, insert into Corona display groups, and they will move in unison with that group. Okay, well, so I did that. Didn't work. Why, pray tell, is that not moving with it? Let's say, for argument's sake, on hide we destroyed it. Okay, well, that works. That's good enough. At least it's gone. We might have to investigate that further in the future, but for now we will leave it. Okay, so if you click Start New Game, what we want to do is if name view and name view dot text I think is greater than, I think it's probably something like this, greater than equal to 1, then do something. Do they have like, I'm trying to remember, there's like an alert. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Alert box. What is it called? Show alert. That's what it's called. Native. Cool. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do that right now. We're just going to say saving nameview.text. Alright, this allows us to see that it's working. So if I click here and I just click start game, ooh, that's angry. Line 19. Attempt to compare number with nil. That's probably this. well, so let's do this. No, that's not what I want to do. Oh man, no, that's not what I want. Oh, there we go. God, that's annoying. Sometimes I can't remember keyboard shortcuts. This one is Control Command, which allows you to move lines. I just want to look at some of this stuff. Oh, just got nil and then just got nothing. This is nil, so that's obviously not nil. Or it's not a length. What is the native text fields data? Native text field, we got a text field, great. No, see, event.target.text. Oh, you know what? It might just be nil because I didn't put anything in it. Well, this is A, but length is nil. Interesting. Okay, well that's fine. That makes it easy. All we have to do is say if name view. No, don't do this to me. If name view and name view dot text. We just need to make sure that it's not nil. So if I went here, start game, no, that says saving nil. See, not equal to nil. Okay, good. That does nothing. Nope. No. Oh, see, text.length is nil, but text exists. What the hell is text, though? Okay. Let's say does not equal nothing. Okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Great. Put in a space. Hey, that does something. And if we delete it and start game. Ah, see, look at that. That's. Oh, wait, there's a space there. That's dumb. Okay, test. Delete it all. Great. So we just don't want them to save with an empty string. That would be dumb. Okay, we're just gonna put a little comment here. We might warn them that they need to put in a valid name. Okay, so assuming they put in a valid name, that's gonna be nameview.text. What we're going to do is we are going to save the file. So what we're going to do is go bulb game settings dot save files. Bulb game settings dot. Actually, you know what? We're just going to do this. We're going to go bulb game settings, save game. We're going to go make a function in here to do that. Okay, so function, bulb game settings, save game. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Meh. Okay. We're gonna do bulk game settings, save files, bulk game settings, dot current save file, dot name equals name view dot text, and actually that's fine, that's good enough. Okay, now we're going to take this, copy. In our save game, we are going to go self, save files, it's going to get current save file. Whenever you save the game, it's going to take that, we're going to call this current save. We're going to say current save dot empty equals false. Make sure that that gets changed. Great. Now we're going to go to the saving container, save file, interesting. So we're gonna, this is gonna be save file, but then we're also gonna have the saving container save. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go look at saving container. And the save and load saves the base game data, which again, I don't like this anymore. Like I really, in the next game I make, I'm just gonna get rid of these and I'm just only going to use this default save file. And actually just name the file game data. That'll be fine. What this does is currently it gets it from here. So it gets this game data, okay, it gets map names, gets save files, gets current save file. That's great. So when we save the game, we don't need to call. We're gonna actually take saving container out of here. We're just gonna put it there. Yeah, actually, we're gonna put empty false here. This is just gonna take care of it. Start a new game, it's gonna give a name to it, it's gonna set empty to false, and then it's gonna call save game. Save game is going to do this current save or whatever, and then it's actually gonna do just a normal save file. Now, the way that's gonna work, so we're not going to include directory because the documents directory is where we want it to go. That's the default. So all we need to do is save data, which is going to be player data. Because the player data is going to be saved in this file. And then we are going to call this save data plus I, which I is the current save file. Great. So that part's good. Then we're gonna have to set up loading. So let's just take a look at this and make sure that this works. We go in and we say, hey, new game. Do I have the, nope, I don't have it open still. We of course need the sandbox. Take a look at this. And what we do is when you start the game, we're gonna say hello, start game. Did that save? I don't even know. I didn't print anything here. That's dumb. But here we go. It's in our save data. Go take a look at it. Save the player's data. That's great. We also save the game data. So we go take a look at that. Hey, current save file is 1. Save files. Hey, this new save file, this name is hello. And then and it's empty. It's not empty. Great. So that part's good. If we go to load game now. Is that a bug or is that... Oh, that's interesting. How do we break that? Load game, go to bulb load scene. Bulb load scene has stuff. It exists. I'm curious as to why it's having issues. Let's see. Oh, we can go to new game. Oh. No, load game. Let's find out what's going on. Oh wait, let's just see. No, this does not go to on load game. Great. Fixed. Okay, see, cool. So this shows you it loaded the name. And these don't do anything yet, so we're not going to worry about that. So when you go to new game, now let's call this test 2. Say start game. Now let's go look. Hey, this is in save data 2. Save the basic player data. That's great. And if we go to game data, oh, that's open over here. Look at that. Save file, name, test 2. Great. Okay, so now let's refresh. Say if we went to new game, said test 3. Okay, let's assume that worked. If we go to load game, we can see that all worked. Now, if I go to new game, it also sends me to the load game. That's what we want, because this is where it's going to override. So, what we want to do here, well, there's quite a few things we want to do. We're going to get this stuff fixed first and foremost, and then once we are done, so what we want to do is make it so that you can override these. We also want to make sure that you can, once we make it so you can technically override them, then what we'll do is allow you to allow it to actually save the data and then go into the game. So let's take a look at that. So we're going to start a new game. It's going to take us to the load screen. Okay, so when we go to the load scene from here, load scene. Okay, what we want is parameters, which I think we do somewhere in bulb builder. Go to scene. There we go. This is what we want. Options. Okay. So when we go to load scene, we're going to do options. So let's get rid of this here. Put options. And we are going to say overwrite. True. So in this case, we're asking it to overwrite because you said, hey, I want to start a new game, but you've already got too many games. So what we're going to do here is we're eventually going to do this with an image, but for now we're going to do it with text. So what I'm going to steal this name view. Where'd it go? Name view. I think we can just say new text, and we can do this. Name view dot text equals save files full. Select 1 to override or cancel. Okay, so that's for starters. Now let's go up here. Hey, look, we've already got name view. And we got name view down here. Great. We didn't delete it from everywhere, but we are going to rename it. Let's go replace. It's just going to name view with warning text. No, we're going to overwrite text. Cool. Let's see if we go in here. Oh, something's wrong. 62. Oh, it might not be new text. I thought it was new text. Text field. What do I have? New text box. No, I don't want. I don't even want native text boxes. I just want text. Oh wait. Was that saying something about it? Scroll multi-line. We don't want that. We just want like text object maybe. Yeah. We just want display.new text. Simple as can be. Bad argument number 5. Let's go look at this. Text XY with height. Okay, so let's change this. Options. Get rid of that. What we want is X, Y with height, text. This is the width we want. This is the height we want. Let's get rid of the rest of that. X is 0, Y is, actually, no, that's not true. Here's Y, X is 10. Get rid of those guys. This is the text. Great. And we will tab all those guys in. There we go, save. Okay. Missed a comma, of course. As you do. 66, and missed another comma. Okay, so one of those things is that we just put this behind the background, which is dumb. Okay, override or cancel. So we do not want this at 0. Or X at 10 or whatever. We want X at display content width divided by 2 minus 10. Okay, so it's close to what we want. What if we just did this? I think that that is actually dead center. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, because we made it the full width. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, that's going to go in the background at some point, so we're not going to worry about it too much. what we are going to worry about is putting these closer together, and then you'll be able to see the cancel button. Great, cancel. Okay, so save files full, select one to override or cancel. Great. Cancel just takes us back. New game takes us here. Load game also takes us here, so we want to fix that. So what we're gonna do is this needs to be if, and let me go see something. Forest scene event.params. That's what we want. Event.params. Okay, cool. If event.params and event.params.overwrite, then put on that text thing. And great. And actually, we're gonna just take that whole chunk and we're gonna put it down here. And the reason we're gonna put it down here at the bottom is so that we can just wrap it all in there like this. And we might as well throw the options in there as well. Okay. So now if we go to new game, hey, select blah, 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 override. If we go to load game, oh, it's still there. I hate it. Everything sucks. Let's go like this. Event.params, event.params.overwrite. True. Oh, this is on creation. This is not on show. That's annoying. Okay, so we're gonna cut that whole guy out. We're gonna put it in show. And on hide, we're going to do the removal. Just like we did with the bulb game scene with the name view. Which actually, that's a good point. We can leave it here too. It's fine to delete it, twice if it's there. Okay, load game. Line 88. What's going on? Line 88. Okay, good. That's probably what we wanted. Okay, load game. Hey, look, it just says load game. New game. Hey, it says save files full. Cancel. Now let's refresh and go to new game first. Hey, it worked. Cancel. Load game. Oh, it didn't work. I hate everything. Cancel. Why did that not work? What? New game. Yes. Load game. Now this is interesting. Why did that appear twice? Oh, yes. Let's say if not overwrite text. I think what's happening is this is getting built twice. And the reason why is because this show gets called twice. There's two versions of the show. It's like a will show, which means it's like right about to show, and then there's the secondary one. See, there we go. Now it works. Now I can go back and forth. Cool. Now if we restart and go to the load game, cancel. Yeah, so what was happening there is that this show gets called twice. Hide gets called twice as well. Show, it has like the will show, and then it has the like did show, which is like right before it's about to show, and then when it actually has shown. And then same with the hide. And what was happening is, because we didn't check that overwrite text didn't exist, we actually made two versions, one of which we were keeping track of, and the other one we lost track of because we overrode the reference to it. So that's what happens. Okay, so if you click new game, you go to load game. Okay, we actually need to save games and load games and then make it so that you can override a game. Oh yeah, so that's what we want to do. If you click play button on start new game. Okay, let's go on selected save. Now what this is going to do is, oh yeah, we're going to say is overriding save. Okay, so in this case, is overriding save equals true, else false. And then what we're going to do is when you hit the play button on selected save, we're going to say if is overriding save, go to save name scene, actually, how are we going to do this? Because we need to get the selected value. I think we're going to do this. I think we can add on here some coolness where we go selected index equals I. Because these are Lua tables, you can just add on any data that you want. And I believe if we go event, we go and dot target dot, now we can do selected index. And let's try that. Selected, that value. That's great. Ah, selected nil. Damn. Okay. So that's not it. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's just we need to put it on the play button itself. The thing that gets returned from the widget's creation process. I think there's something like this. I'm hoping. Yes, that's it. Cool. See, 1, 2, 3. Great. So we can get its index based on setting the play button that the widget creates. If we set its index, then what happens is that our event.target is this play button, so we can add data that we want to pass along. And that way we don't have to make multiple save functions. There are fancy ways to do that, but we don't need to. We can. There's a nice simple way to do it. So it's going to go to the save name scene, which relies on current save file. So dot target. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the current save file to event.target.selectedIndex. And then we're gonna go to the save name scene. Great. Otherwise, this is gonna go to the game scene. So we're gonna test that out. It might blow up if we do that. Load game. Hello. Hey, it went to the game scene. Sort of not fully loaded, but that's okay. If we go to new game and we select one, like let's say hello. Ooh, that's no good. That's not what we want. Is overwriting save. I do not get that. So put this down here so we can see what the state of things is. Okay, so I click new game. Takes us here. Hey, will overwrite. True, will overwrite. False. Oh, that's dumb. Oh, because this gets called twice. Well, we just don't want it to override by running twice, so let's make it not run twice by doing this. Phase equals will. There we go. Well, that's interesting. The phase never equals. Oh, well, phase is event.phase. This needs to. Okay, new game. Bam. True, but then also false. Oh, yes. We have to nest these because this whole chunk we only want it to happen on that first one. We don't mind about this getting called on both hides because again, it doesn't matter. If we remove it, it's already removed, and the second time it runs, it's not going to affect anything. So hey, look, there we go. Will overwrite is true. And if I clicked hello, it would take me here to overwrite it. Let's say I hit cancel. I'm going to load game. Great, it's false. Pick one of those. It's going to send me here. Perfect. Now let's try this. New game. We're going to say test 3. We're going to change it to test 4. Oh wait, let's say cancel. Cancel takes us back here. That's great. Test 3. We're going to call it test 4. Now we're going to hit start game. Of course, that doesn't take us anywhere. Now let's go to new game. Hey, test 4 is there. Eventually, we will also need to just add like a. Oh, we don't necessarily have to add a delete because we have overwrite, so that's fine. So great, we can take out these print statements that verified it was working. Save that guy. Whoop. And then save name scene. Okay, so if you put an invalid name, this needs to go to the game scene. Just gonna nab this here. Boom. This goes to a name scene. That's great. This is probably gonna warn you. We'll probably add in a show alert or whatever. But that's an override. Okay, so let's do this now. what we need is that when you load a game, which is also what's going to happen here, we want to, so currently, where did our sandbox go? Currently, if we go look at one of these sandboxes, hey, it's got our player data. Great. That's all amazing. What we need to do is that when you start a new game, we are going to take the player and reset their data. So player data is just the basic data when you start up. That's great. But let's say that you start a game, you exit out, and then you come here. That's something that we're going to want to reset. So we're going to want to go player data. Do. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're going to want to reset player data out here. Before we save the game. Now, there's probably some other cleanup that we're going to have to do. Like if you start a game and then you exit it and then you start a new game, this may not be accurate. So we want to make sure that when we get to the point that we can do that, we want to make sure that all of that is valid. So anyway, we do bulb game settings, save game. That's great. That saves the data to the current save file, which we've updated. And then we do saving container. This will save the actual bulb game data so that we're on the correct selected file. Great, and then it goes to the scene. If it's an invalid name, that's where we're gonna pop a thing. Now, if you load a game, what do we want to do? Well, first we want to take your target index and we want to do this. Bulb game settings, load. What do we call this? Okay, load game. Okay, when we load game, we are gonna do this. Load game. Index. We're going to say self. Current save file equals IDX. We're gonna go to saving container. Load. I think we just need the file name. Yep. Load. This is going to be save data. .idx. Great. We're going to get the loaded data comes back. Yes. We're going to say loaded data equals that. That's great. Now we had setup from game data. This is what we want. So right now, this is the only thing that gets done here. So now we go loaded data dot player data. Great. So now if we load game, okay, here's the other thing we need to do. We need to change. So this is the only place really that we're gonna save the bulb game settings. So when we go bulb game settings, save. Oh wait, no, it's this. It's saving container. Container. save. Let's see. Okay, so we took out save there. This is save file, save file. It's like saving map files. Took out save there. Yeah, so we actually want to get rid of these. These are not a thing that we're going to do at all. Was in the forest. Okay, in the game. Yes, we are not going to save at those times. That saves the map file. That's great. That saves. Interesting. Save file, player data. Yes, that's the one that we want. That's great. Add map name. Whenever we add a map name, we save it. Yeah, that's good. Bulb home, we do not need to save here. These are commented out, but we're just getting rid of them because they'll never be valid now. Here's what we want to look at. Player data. Now, player data calls saving container save. This is no longer what we want to do. What we want to do, because we're updating items, is to go save game. And if you remember what that does, in our bulb game settings, save game gets the current save file, and it saves that file to the current save file. So that saves the player data, and that's what we actually want to happen here. So that was one of the places right here. When we keep temp items, yep, that's updating the player data. We did here, which is when we deduct an item, and here, which is when we add an item. Great. Save name scene, that's where we want that to happen. And the saving container is not a thing we have to update. This save file, adding a map name, yeah, cool. Okay, that should be good. So now let's go test it out. Let's go with overriding hello and call it hello2. Okay, so we have 5 blueberries. We're gonna plant those, wait till they grow. Ah, interesting. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go through and save map names based on the save file data, because we currently save this map independently, and so it'll be overridden by the other ones, because currently we're just saying player data based on which save file. We're not saving the map based on which save file. So we're gonna have to do that, although we're not gonna get to that just yet. So we're gonna get to saving independent player data, and then next week we will have to work on independent gardens. All right, come on. Okay, there we go. So now we have 10. That's great. Those should all be saved. Now we're gonna refresh. We're gonna load test 2. Oh, test 2 has bad data. Game settings 73. Line 73. Player data. Okay, that's an interesting thing. Oh no, this is not the files we want. We want this files. Let's go look at save game data 3. What have we got? Player data. Right there. Why is that a problem? Global loaded data, nil value. This should be local. $73. loaded a nil value. So that makes me think that IDX is wrong. IDX is 3. Oh, I'm looking at save data 3 right here. What's happening, buddy? Load file, path profile, file name. What is going on? And loaded data dot failure. Let's see if it's like failing to load for some reason. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Line 74, attempt to index loaded data, null value. Oh man. This is where things get confusing. So we're gonna get file name. See if we can get the reason that it failed, if there is one. What? This is not load. It's load file. How did that other one work though? Okay, we're gonna refresh. Load game. Go to hello 2. Well, that has 10. We load game and test 4. It has 5. We go out here. Oh, failed to load data from init. That's because our game data file is kind of a little corrupt. It needs an init. Okay, so we can get rid of all this garbage I just added here. It's not useful. We can also... Okay, that's fine. Let me think about this. If you currently go to load game, you can't go out to the forest, but you can go back to build. Then you can save. This is a init. Go ahead and do that. Now we're gonna refresh. Now if you go to hello 2, you can actually go out here. That's great. Okay, so let's go to test 4. It's got 5 blueberries. We're gonna go pick up some strawberries. And we're gonna head back. Oh crap. It's in the build mode. Why is it in the build mode? Man, how did we get global build mode? Oh, let's turn off global build mode. There we go. Great. So now if we... Oh, this goes straight to game scene. That's annoying. Let's go to the menu scene. Eventually we will want it to go straight to the game scene when it can. But for now, we're going to go to test 4. Hey, test 4 has strawberries. Load game. Hello 2. Hey, it's got blueberries, but it's only got 5. Why does this only have 5? I'm going to put them down. Get a shovel. It might have something to do with it being in build mode. Oh yeah, this is the annoying thing. So watch, if I go to load game, go to test 4. Oh look, planted things that shouldn't have been planted. That's because the gardens are not separate right now. That's okay though. We're halfway there. We're gonna end shortly here. I just wanted to test this. But we've got the beginning of the save files. We've got most of it separated so that you can fill up save files and overwrite save files. And now, and we also have it set up so that the player data will save, but we don't yet have it. Okay, there we go. We don't yet have it where the individual like gardens are separate. So if I go to test 4, it's got 5 and 4. That's great. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. If I go to load game, go to hello 2. Hey, it's got 10. So that's great. Let's go to test 2. It's got 5 blueberries. Let's see if it goes out here. Grab some strawberries, comes back. Plants said strawberries. And a couple blueberries. Now we just wait. We can go here. Check it out. We have no strawberries. That's great. We can go out here. Maybe get one more strawberry. Come back. Now we're at 1. That's great. These are growing. So it looks like everything's working, minus the stuff that we need to make work. So that's good. This is a good stopping point, kind of. Only because if I go much longer, YouTube is going to split this into multiple videos, and that's going to be highly annoying. So remember, go to TylerMakes.com to check out the stuff that I'm doing. From there, you can also go check out the stream or go to YouTube and see what's going on. So do that and go to any of the videos and click the GitHub link, and you can get all the code. All the code is up there. I try to update it immediately after I do it here. So do check that out. Okay, so yeah, we just harvested those strawberries. Great. Now we can load game. Hello 2 has 10 blueberries. Test 2 has 9 strawberry, 7 blueberry, and test 4 has 5 and 4. Now let's go like this. New game. We're gonna override test 4. We're gonna call it test 3.5. Start the game. Hey, we're back at the start with 5 blueberries. Now we refresh. Go here. 3.5 has 5. Go here. Test 2. It's got 7 and 9. Okay, so it looks like the player data is being saved correctly. Now we just need to go and set it up where the rest of it is being saved correctly. So we'll get into that next week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next stream.